As the chairman of the Senate Veterans Committee, I worked hard in a bipartisan way to pass the most significant veterans legislation passed in many, many years. This legislation put over $15 billion into improving veterans' health care, into making certain that the people who put their lives on the line to defend us get the best quality health care possible and get it in a timely manner. And one of the wonderful honors that I have received in recent years is to have been the recipient of the highest awards from both the American Legion and the VFW, and I am very grateful to them for that acknowledgement.
Several questions about war and defense, and we're running short of time, so I'll try to combine a few of them, and you can jump in. You've opposed the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan. If you were president, how would you have responded to the attacks of September 11th, 2001? That's one question. And another questioner notes that you are a big advocate of cutting defense spending, yet this person also believes you're a supporter of the F-35 program, which has come under a lot of criticism as being wasteful. So how do you reconcile that? So F-35 and September 11th.
First of all, I voted for the war in Afghanistan. Whether history will recall that as the right vote or not, I don't know, but I did. And the reason I did is obviously we knew, or at least had a pretty good idea, who led the attack on 9/11, Osama bin Laden. He was being harbored in Afghanistan. They refused to give him up, and I supported our troops going in there. I did not know then that that war would go on and on and on. That I didn't know. I strongly opposed the war in Iraq, and I think history will recall that as the right vote. Now, how you deal with ISIS is a difficult issue. None of these issues are simple, and anyone who jumps up and thinks they have the magical solution is usually very, very wrong. But this is what my fear is. We have been in war in Iraq and Afghanistan for over a decade. The cost of that war in human life and suffering and financially has been very, very heavy. I strongly, strongly fear that some of my colleagues are hell-bent in getting us involved in never-ending wars in the quagmire of the Middle East. And I will do my best to oppose that. Now, right now, what you have is a situation where, as an example, Saudi Arabia, some of you may know, is a country controlled by a multi-billion-dollar family, one of the wealthiest families in the world. Turns out that Saudi Arabia has the fourth largest military budget in the world. They have a large military budget. Now, why in God's name is the United States contemplating sending combat troops into Iraq again when you got the Saudis sitting there watching us do that? I think what you have now in the Middle East is, in fact, a war for the soul of Islam. What will Islam be? Will it be the peaceful religion that many believe it to be, or will it be an ISIS form? And I think it is absolutely incumbent for Saudi Arabia, for Qatar, for Kuwait, for Jordan, for the countries in that region to get actively involved in that effort against ISIS. I think the United States and Western Europe should be supportive of their effort. But I do not believe that the United States should lead that effort.